In a small village at the foot of a mountain, there stood an old house known as the Red House. It had been abandoned for years, but everyone in the village knew the tragic story behind it. The house once belonged to a woman named Sari, who lived there with her husband, Bhima. Outwardly, they seemed happy, but behind closed doors, Sari suffered at the hands of Bhima's cruelty one night. Sari's screams echoed through the village. But no one dared to intervene, fearing Bhima's wrath. The next morning, Sari was found dead in her room, her body covered in blood, and her face stained with tears. Nobody knew what really happened. Bhima vanished without a trace. Since then, the house was left abandoned, and rumors of Sari's restless spirit began to spread. 10 years later, a young family moved into the house. Lena, her husband Andy, and their little daughter Ayu dismissed the eerie tales as mere superstition. But from their first night, Ayu started talking to someone unseen. "Ayu, who are you talking to?" Lena asked. "With Sister Sari. She's sad because she's always crying," Ayu replied innocently. Lena began noticing strange things. Every night, she heard faint crying coming from Ayu's room. When she checked, Ayu was always sound asleep. But red stains resembling blood started appearing on the walls, slowly dripping down. Footsteps echoed in the hallways, though no one was there. Andy tried to rationalize it. "Maybe it's just our imagination," he said while inspecting the house. But the disturbances grew worse. Their bedroom mirror often reflected the image of a woman with a bruised face and tear-filled eyes. One night, Lena woke up to find Ayu standing in front of the mirror in their room. "Ayu, what are you doing here?" Lena asked, her voice trembling. "Ayu wants to help Sister Sari. She said something needs to be cleaned," Ayu replied in a monotone voice. Suddenly, the mirror cracked, and from the cracks, a red liquid began to ooze. Sari's ghostly figure emerged, her gaze filled with vengeance. Lena and Andy watched in horror as Sari spoke. "I need justice. My tears and blood must be avenged." Lena and Andy dug deeper into the house's history. They found old records revealing that Bhima had killed Sari in a fit of jealous rage. However, Bhima's body was never found. During their investigation, they discovered a hidden room beneath Ayu's floor. Inside, they found a decayed skeleton. After Bhima's remains were given a proper burial, the disturbances ceased. Before departing, Sari's spirit appeared before Lena. "Thank you. Now I can rest," she said before fading into a soft light. The house finally found peace, but the tale of tears and blood lived on, reminding everyone of the importance of justice and truth.